Joe, they're making a second season
Of what?
Jurassic World Camp Creations.
Yep.
They can't.
No way of us come out this year. Baseball? Baseball?
How sweet is your wife to bring you constant between practice and the bush race yesterday? I'm sorry, I missed that. How sweet is your wife to bring you pasta between the practice and race yesterday? I still. Did you enjoy that? If you can't get your wife to bring you food, then you know what the heck. I mean, that's the least you can do. She is a sweetheart. She's standing right there, so yeah, she's pretty nice. Okay, let's talk racing. Let's talk racing here. There's a little Burton family inside right there. You got some ground to make up, and you're starting back here. How you doing, Jim? Well, we're going to do what we always do. I mean, you know, just going to run our race and try to pick people off one at a time, and hopefully our car is good enough to do that. It was pretty good yesterday. Obviously, pretty big different conditions, and I think staying on top of the car is going to really be important because as you get back over stuff, it's going to change a great deal. We didn't see much of a second.
We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Ought to be a good one here between the Boston Red Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays. It's Baseball on the Show, and it's coming up next.
Finishing out last week, we were very frustrated at the end of the race with the late caution that came out from the green. Who was your biggest frustration?
Trevor Richards is ready to go as he'll be on the hill for Tampa Bay. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
Now batting, Kevin
Yeah,
Millar.
he's like
He
trying to
carries
tell.
the 8th best average in the American League entering play.
There's no way you could have forecasted this kind of season from this guy. Not
Weekend, all of our friends from Coca-Cola, because their headquarters in Atlanta were there. I forgot. I screwed up last week and forgot one of my newest sponsors. Ray Rockmore Taxidermy in Hiram, Georgia, has been with us for a couple weeks now, and then with the Bass Pro Shop race last
to
week.
take anything away from him, but I don't think many people in baseball considered him to be one of the league's best hitters for average coming into this year.
As we take a look at the Rays entering play here tonight. They come in losers of 7 of their last 10 games, but did earn a victory last time out.
Yeah, Matty B. Well, we might be looking at D-Row as a team that might have lost its focus a little bit. They're definitely going into the postseason, but I don't like the way they've been playing the last week to 10 days.
Yeah, they've definitely been playing poorly, Dan, without question, not executing. But I will say this. When you go to the postseason and you show back up, all your numbers from the regular season get washed away and everybody's at 0. So they can start fresh and stay hot.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. No offer at the curve that time, and it's knotted up at 2-2. As usual, no surprise, 72 degrees, the game time temperature here inside Tropicana Field.
St. Paul could come back tonight. I'll be surprised if Paul come back tonight.
Swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game.
He showed right there why having a good changeup is so valuable.
Even the Rock might interfere at Hill himself.
Really falls out at the last minute. It's so hard to pick up, and it's even harder to make good
The
contact.
Fiend fight coming on tonight.
And that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch. It's strike 1.
I lost my hockey last night, but
2 weeks ago from tomorrow, so
0-2 the count to Benintendi. Benintendi has a history in coming through in the clutch moments, of course. It's always a little bit of a debate whether or not being clutch is actually a trait that a player possesses. But with him, there's no denying it. We've seen him deliver in big moments repeatedly throughout his career. It just seems he elevates his game somehow when the pressure is on.
Yeah, Matty, he has definitely put that debate to rest. He has absolute ice water in his veins.
Diaz ranges back, and he has it for out number 2. And now here's how the visiting Red Sox line up in this one. Dero, what you got on this lineup tonight?
Are we still a big believer in batting average, Matty? In today's game, I'm more interested in the OPS number. But that's not to take anything away from this offense. They lead the league in batting average, and what that tells me is they're getting a lot of guys on base. There's a lot of guys with some good approaches and good plans today. See if that leads to a bunch of runs.
You see the great batting average coming in with 47 homers and 135 driven in. 2-0 now.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're
If
putting
I
yourself in
don't
good hitters
get in,
counts. This
they
guy's
don't
done a
pay
great
a lot of
job
money if
not
they're in.
swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in his zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot
Okay,
lately.
the reason why you have to get in there is your grandparents or her parents, they probably live there and
Behind the
that
plate is Matthew Ross.
And if you're in there that much, you don't need to pay a lot of money to get in
Very
there.
wide strike zone.
Yeah, no excuses from the offense today. You know coming in, when you see the lineup card and Matt Ross is behind the dish, you better be aggressive.
Kiermaier on the
I
run.
hope somebody can
He
live right
tracks
in
it
there.
down, and that will end the inning. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. Boston nothing. Tampa Bay coming up. It's Major League Baseball on the show.
I shouldn't be called up now since I missed last week, but
Jake Arrieta gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy pitched really well in his last outing, only allowing 1 run. If he brings that kind of stuff to the ballpark, he has a chance to pitch another gem in this one.
Striding in, Joey Wendell. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Monday morning. I was tough when I woke up, and then I just kind of took the day off. I did some other things. Tuesday was a much tougher day. Monday was probably the best day of the week.
When you look here, looking at the racetrack now, it is dry, and the Casey Kane lane up high, the last lane up high, is almost dry. Are you going to be up there much there, or are you going to be down on the bottom?
It's tough to say. The track, the cars have so much grip this race compared to the first one. I don't know if we'll be able to get up there and actually be fast or not. I tried it yesterday in the Busch car. At times it was decent, but usually it wasn't as good. So we'll see. I think this Dodge Steelers UAW Dodge Charger hopefully will handle better than the Busch car, and we'll have a shot to run it there and run about anywhere and challenge for a win.
After the tough break last week and the big hit the points, do you reassess your goals now and say, okay, we want to get 3 wins before the year's out, or what are you aiming for now?
I think try just carry momentum into the offseason. I mean, we want to keep doing what we've been doing, try to win today, try to win next Sunday, and then finish it up strong at Homestead. But I mean, we need to finish these races, finish up front, have some fun. The crowd here in Texas is great, like always, and I always enjoy racing here. It's one of the funnest places to come each year, so it'd be nice to have a good run today.
Now, besides being a driver in Next Cup, you're also an open-wheel, short-track, midget sprint car Silver Crown owner. Are you going to expand your stable in 2007?
Yeah, we got some good things going on. This year we're running all Mopar engines, which was a big benefit to our team, and running a full outlaw deal again next year with Joey Saldana, and we're making some few changes there to make hopefully a stronger team there, and then we're going to start a few more teams too, run some youth out midgets and sprint cars, and be all Mopar stuff. So it should be exciting. I'm pretty pumped up to have more teams. Tony's done it for a while, and he enjoys it. I enjoy going to those races with him, and now I'll have some cars to watch also.
He is the highest qualified driver.
No, it's just beautiful.
He's up here in the top.
You said I was the best person on the game.
And the pitch.
Yeah.
On he pops it up. Benintendi coming up, but this will land untouched.
It's the same team. You just don't feel like a weird shit, but you gotta hold it in. You just gotta hold it in.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now.
driver's license or driven a car. So she's going to get a lot of rides in a pretty awesome Corvette. And she just wanted to contribute to the foundation.
Maybe it's tested.
Struck him out.
So
I just stay in my corner, drive out, and leave my turn, and they
Stepping into the box, Yandy Diaz. And he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play. Just gets a piece of it, strike
You don't
one.
have your information, because all I told him was my date of birth. That's my date of birth, I said that. So if you
Into
get down
the
the
windup, here comes the 0-1.
so they, once they know that, they were like, oh, he's here.
One out, nobody on. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure. Hit softly down the line at first, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And another foul ball.
How do you know you said pause?
The 1-2.
You can bet these hitters are taking note of what the guy on the hill is working with. A long at-bat like this in the first inning can reveal a lot.
Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's working full now at 3-2.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome. You go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
And that's the 2nd out. Now a moment here in St. Pete for a glance at the Rays starting lineup. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, you know, they're hoping to get more out of number 6 hitter. Look, he's coming off a month where he hit under 200. That's under the Mendoza line, which is like almost unheard of. I guess some guys do it, but man, this guy's really struggling. He's lucky he's still in the lineup.
Jose Martinez is in with 2 away as he takes the ball 1-0. Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. They came up a little short last time out, but they've still been one of the hotter teams around, winning 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty V, we're getting a look at a really good team right here, D-Row. The only thing you hope they can do is to stay focused as the season winds down. They're a good team, and it looks like they could go a long way in the postseason. Dan, I've racked my brain trying to figure out what's the best way to go in. Clinch your division early, be playing good baseball, meaningful baseball down the stretch to get into the postseason. Bottom line is, it's an 11-12 game sprint when you get in. You want to be executing on all cylinders when you get in, but anything can happen.
Terry Bonnie?
And this will miss down low.
Why do you do it? Test it. Get from there or something? No, I know you probably the plate racing on like one.
Liner toward right center.
Why you do like try to do that or something? Yeah, but he didn't do it for his last race. No, his last race should be not this place. I know it should be. You should know it. It should be next season. It should be the 500.
Now,
As you
get a look at his current righty-lefty splits entering play in this one.
Yeah, probably a plate race.
First pitch of the at-bat. Martinez, runner at first with 2 gone. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Hey, down 0-2. He better be leery of this guy's nasty changeup. He has the ability to bury it down and away, down and in, wherever he wants.
This is fantastic. His family's there. Yeah, that's what I said. This is fantastic. That's why I said if it's not at Daytona today, it gotta be something you try with you. It'd be weird. Let's maybe have a good track history at that track, maybe.
Xander Bogaerts now. He enters play in the hunt for the league's home run crown, but he'll have some work to do down the stretch. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
old school Tommy Hawk approach on that one if he wanted to get on top. But he was able to lay off it.
And that misses. 2-1.
Many people are like so scared. I'm the best remember.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out.
All right, let's take a look at the Tampa Bay Rays on defense. And guys, I'm going to be locking in on Willy Adames. Elite shortstop up the chute. Young, good hands, quick feet, strong arm. Came over in the David Bryce trade, and we've watched him slowly creep his way to the big leagues.
So here's Michael Chavis now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. That's inside. 2-0.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
Ground ball right into the shift. And that gets through for a one-out base hit.
I appreciate the moxie right there, but 3 fastballs at this level usually turns into a 9.
Here now is Rafael Devers, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. 281 the average entering play. 35 homers and 113 driven in. 0-1 pitch on its way. But this will not get out there deep enough as it's run down by the right fielder in the alley for the second out.
The second baseman jumped in.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and that'll bring up the former MVP second baseman Dustin Pedroia. He's set and the pitch. Way inside with that one, a pretty easy take there. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty. But hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
Cut fastball is in for a strike, 2-1. No score here as we play inning number 2. Lifted in the air to center. On the move is Kiermaier. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Red Sox lead 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Digging in now, Willy Adames. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. First pitch coming, here it is. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
I lost my game.
Ripped down the first base line. Reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball.
No, I played yesterday.
Check that out right there.
I tied it 1 minute left in the last period, and they scored 3 seconds.
Pitcher can execute his pitch. Doesn't mean the batter can't grab a knob.
Stepping in, Ji-Man Choi. Set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. In there for strike one, 0-1. Nobody out, runner on first.
Oh, sorry. It's in the Belmont area. Yes, it is. No, it's at the new stadium. They call UBS Arena. They have it already in the game. They have a new arena.
Line towards center field.
But that's in Belmont though.
Is there, and he has it for the first out.
It's in Belmont though. Yeah. USBS Arena is in Belmont. Okay, it said the area is under construction department and next to Belmont Park. And next to Belmont Park racetrack. That's what it said. No, it's pretty much done. What does it say?
First pitch on its way. Curveball looked at here for strike one.
No, that's a new arena. No, I think it's the old arena.
And he misses with it, 1-1. Arrieta has become known as a starting pitcher that
No, that's a new
frequently
one.
works deep into games. The kind of guy you want on the staff when your team needs some rest because
They're
he
not
tends
in
to
that
eat up
one.
innings all
That
by
whole thing was
himself.
watched the stadium.
Every team is looking for a guy like this in a day and age where we're going to the bullpens more
The
early
fuck
and
he
more
went to the
often. You need at
Capitals?
least
What
one
the
or two guys in
fuck?
rotation that have the chance to get
Hey,
you into the
Lundqvist.
7th or 8th inning, and he's definitely one of those guys.
That's why, because they got rid of the goalie, the Capitals. The goalie went to Vancouver.
And this is a strike three call.
So that's why I'm not starting my season, because
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's
There's
favor, but
all these goals are getting signed.
Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, I guess
is a
free
really
agency
tough job.
starts
Even
today.
The best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Ready with the
Lundqvist went to the Capitals, yeah. So a 1-year contract, and the Capitals goalie went to Vancouver. Yeah, Lundqvist. You know who Lundqvist is, right?
Rounded down the third baseline. Oh,
Yeah,
look at
for
the
the Rangers.
sliding
He
stop.
played for the
That's
Rangers.
off to that
He went to the
one.
Capitals.
One left for Tampa. We'll move to the third with no score.
That's all right. I said new home be called UBS Arena.
Striding into the box.
Yeah, in the game, I don't think they had a name for it. They might not name it the right thing because they probably didn't know the name.
All he's got to do is simply drive it right behind you in the corner. He packs that air on the rear of the car, also takes that air off the rear spoiler. And when he does that, you have no choice but to lose downforce on the rear. You get loose, you move up the racetrack, and then drive it behind. It takes the position away. And that works really well, but you have to remember one thing. They can do it to you.
Working on the front stretch here. Texas Motor Speedway, mile-and-a-half track. Seats for about 159,000 people, plus 200 suites, and they mark them packed full in the infield.
And we talked about last week in Atlanta how that Atlanta racetrack was an engine killer. Well, this thing is no different. That's right. Because it's 500 miles, and they're going to be turning over 9,000 RPMs down the straightaway and over 8,000 RPMs in the right at 8,000 RPMs in the middle of the corner for an average of 8,600 RPMs. For a push rod hitch to do that for 500 miles is hard.
Exactly right.
And the temperatures the way they have been, being cooler, that means they're getting optimum horsepower out of these engines right now.
You see the Chevrolet pace car. Take a look at our Chevy drivers to watch. Their best Texas finish. Earnhardt Jr. got his first career win here. Jeff Gordon has never won here, has not won at Phoenix, and has not won at Homestead. Jimmy Johnson's best here is a third, and Kevin Harvick's best, a fifth place finish. Here at the Texas Motor Speedway are Team Chevy drivers to watch this afternoon. Brian Vickers and Elliott Sadler on the front row. 3 laps to go before we go green. Wally's going to try and jump on a radio.
We'll see if we can get a hold of Jeff Burton. I'll check it out. Hey, Jeff, this is Wally up in the booth. Can you hear me? All right, man. Well, they're saying 3 to go. That might be a little optimistic. What does it look like from where you're sitting?
I think everything's ready except the front straightaway here. You know, it's hard for me to tell if the outside group is wet as a shovel or if it's just a different color asphalt. But I think the rest of it's pretty ready. I mean, honestly, that's outside. If you're up here, I think you're probably in trouble anyway. So I think it's pretty close.
You're starting down on the bottom, right?
Yeah, I think that's a good thing today. You know, the outside just didn't work very well yesterday. It might come in today, but it's like so hard to pass all, so fast. You get that arrow push pretty quickly here, so you know, we're just gonna do what we do. Long race, take our time, and hopefully get where we need to get.
Well, hopefully everybody else will have that same concept. So good luck out there.
Bye, thanks.
Jeff Burton starts 29th today in that singular Chevrolet. Take a look at our AutoZone in the zone drivers. AC Kane, 6 wins this season. Matt Kenseth has the 17 top 5 finishes, and Jimmy Johnson has just had another outstanding year. Our AutoZone in the zone drivers, the season leaders. Field has gotten a 2 to go signal. Let's check in with Alan.
Just a little something down here on pit road, Bill, to keep in mind for the first set of pit stops. The teams have all been working on drying their pit spaces, but the pavement beyond their pit spaces and right on the edge of that line still a little bit damp. Picture the guys running around the car with the jack and the air wrenches and the tires, trying to hurry and make a smooth stop. If somebody loses their footing, slips out from under them, it could cost their driver a lot of spots on the track and put him back in the middle of a lot of traffic he doesn't want to be in. So that's something these guys will be thinking about on the first pit stops. They'll run the dryers down through here and try and clean it up as best they can, but that footing will be something to watch for in a little while.
Well, it not only that, but you're coming off the racetrack with hot tires, and you see the pit lane was actually wet. So then you get down on that pit lane, your tires get really wet, and when you want to go to turn in your box, it doesn't work very well. So it's really, you know, it's really scary for the pit guys because their drivers and other drivers are going to be trying to turn into their box with wet tires.
Waiting to see if the field gets the 1 to go signal here. We're getting the 1 to go signal, and then it will be a green-yellow situation. So we will start this race under the yellow and the green. The laps will count, but the drivers obviously will hold their positions.
I think the Dickies man got prematurely green flag, don't you?
He's just rehearsing.
Oh, he's rehearsing. Okay, all right.
Now let's talk a little bit about this track because it looks a lot like obviously Atlanta and Charlotte, but it's very different. And a lot of things the guys seem to talk about are the transitions off of turn 2 and off of turn 4.
Well, you know, if you were here with us yesterday when Kyle, we were explaining that, you know, like in Atlanta, you could just go barreling off down into the corner at 200 plus miles per hour, and you had all that racetrack, you had all that banking to hold you. And it seems like here you don't have it. You go barreling off, and you don't have that banking. It's real quick, and you don't have it. It's not as secure when you go flying down in there. So, you know, right now, this track, especially yesterday, the groove was like about 1.5 lanes, and it started working up, and that's what we were hoping to see. And we'll see that, you know, in this race today. The groove will move up. In Atlanta, they were up on the top on the 2nd or the 3rd lap, and you won't see that here.
And now it's official, the green flag in the air here at Texas, but we do start under a green and yellow condition. The laps count. The drivers have to hold their positions on the racetrack. This basically gets us started, and we continue to work on drying the racetrack and pit road. Let's get an update from Dave Burns on Robbie Gordon's machine.
When these guys get on the grid and their cars are all lined up, the crews and the crew chiefs continue to look at them carefully. They're eyeballing the other competitors to see what they're running in the way of tape on their grills and everything. Sometimes they notice something amiss with the car, and that's what happened with Robbie Gordon's team. They saw that the left rear tire had a 3/4 inch rivet in the left rear tire. That'll make your tire go flat. They pointed it out to a NASCAR official. They allowed them to change that left rear tire without penalty, which is the case when you touch your car before you go racing here in a lot of cases. So NASCAR let them do that. They changed the left rear, and Robbie will start in his 9th place qualifying position.
That's a good catch. That is a good catch, and I'm sure that those guys behind Robbie Gordon are happy that he was able to change that tire. Dale Earnhardt Jr., some of those other fellows back there.
Been an interesting week for Robbie Gordon. Fined $15,000 for the driver, $10,000 fine for his crew chief, 50 driver and owner points, and put on probation until the end of the 2006 calendar year for actions detrimental to the sport. That all coming from the roll bar padding incident last week at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. We offered Robbie a chance to discuss that with us, but he declined here this weekend in Texas. We're under green and yellow. The laps counting here at the Texas Motor Speedway. Wait to get that yellow flag drawn. Then we'll go full bore racing on NBC. Field has doubled up. We will go full bore green flag racing. Next time they cross the start finish line. Race number 8 in the chase for the 2006 NASCAR Nextel Cup Championship. A little over a mile from going green. Let's check in with Dave.
And Bill, everyone's been watching the weather here, including Carl Edwards and his team. This was their radio chatter on the subject moments ago.
Earlier this morning it said 100% chance of rain starting at 6 p.m. Said 80% chance until 6, so keep an eye out. Satter wanted me to let you know that those clouds you see out there, they can be described as a stratocumulus cloud, Carl. I don't know if that's exactly correct. Could be. If it starts raining, they'd be cumulonimbus, by the way.
I just hope we accumulate at least half the laps of this race, Bill. That's all I know.
And he's a pilot. He should know, shouldn't
he? He watches it a lot, and it matters today.
Carl Edwards in that 99 car.
If it starts raining, would it be a rain cloud?
That's what I would think. Carl, the defending champion of this race. His last victory came here 1 year ago. Now, since this race has officially started and 3 laps are complete, guess what? Jimmy Johnson is now the championship leader. Because Matt Kenseth starts so deep in the field right now. Johnson is the championship leader. Hamlin is second, and Kenseth is third. Pace car to pit road. Yellow flag back in its stand. Waiting for the green flag to wave here in Texas. Race number 8 is the chase for the championship.
Check out Kurt Busch next to the car.
Kurt comes from third to lead the first lap.
Oh, killing sandwiched in there. Robbie Gordon thankfully backs off and gives him the spot, or that could have been ugly.
That could have been very ugly, very silly.
Kyle Busch in that flag car was paying attention so he didn't run over Robbie. Tony Stewart in the 20, last week's winner. There's Robbie in the 7. Elliott Sadler, who started outside the front row in the 19 car.
That 19 car is working its way back towards the back.
Yeah, well, I think right now, especially with the track conditions, the bottom is the place to be. That's where I think everybody needs to get right now.
In other words, Elliott Sadler does not want to be where he is.
Now, he's trying to find a spot to get down, but nobody's been blind enough yet to, there we go, piece of cake.
Bush on board, looking at Finland in a 48ers game.
And that young driver has a veteran crew chief in Todd Parrott. Spoke with Todd this morning about their upfront start position.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll lay off the fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. A 1-1 count now to Vasquez. And he'll come back with 1 1/3 as the count moves to 2-1 now. Good breaking ball, and it's in there. 2-2 now.
Hey, I don't blame him for giving up on that curveball. That was a rainbow coming out of the sky. Stole a strike.
Hit on the ground to third. He's got it. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Batting up, the center fielder, Jackie Bradley.
So here now is Jackie Bradley. He comes into play with a batting average in the respectable 270s. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Pulls the string on that one. 1 strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Popped him up. Perez moving to his left. 2 gone.
The right fielder, number 5, Kevin Pillar.
Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up a man who's a human highlight reel defensively, Kevin Pillar. Here comes the first pitch. Popped him up. Perez has a play. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Now in order to go the Red Sox. Home half of the third coming up. No score.
They're doing They can change this to the top.
Bottom of the inning now, and next to hit is the catcher, Michael Perez.
They even do that to you. Sounds under good. Sean Watson's one of the
Pitch on the way. And a cold strike on the outside part of the plate.
Go. The second tip I want to show you guys is a way to not get hit by thick bunkus. If you want to avoid getting hit, the best way to do that is to go on the side where thick bunkus is, and as soon as it starts going away from you, then go across. Because it will give you a much better time to cross. Because if you go across while thick bunkus is to swing away from you, and then swing all the way back, then you'll make it over much easier. But if you just go across carelessly, then your time to cross won't be as long as if you timed it right, so that'll increase the chance of getting hit off, and we don't want that. The third tip I want to talk about is a way to make your runs faster and get first place medals more often. When playing on night receivers, there aren't that many ways to really optimize and speed up your run, but that was until I saw the slime hill at the middle of the course. Now what most people would do is to just slide down it because sliding makes you faster, right? But if you want to go down even faster, then you want to use bunny hopping. For those of you who don't know how to bunny hop in ball, guys, all you really have to do is spam your jump button when going down a slope, and that will speed you up a lot, especially when you're going down on slime. Today's fourth tip is how to go over the drawbridges at the end of the first try. The drawbridges are new obstacles, so they're going to be kind of tricky, but once you get the hang of it, they can actually be pretty easy. After reviewing footage from the trailer of the drawbridge, I found that the best way that you want to go over them is when the bridge that's closest to you is lower than the bridge that is farthest from you. And the reason why is if the bridge closer to you is lower, that means that while you're crossing over, the bridge that you're on will come back up.
Part of the plate for strike 1. Wendell, playing here in his age 29 season, he was taken in the 6th round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy, drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way into big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pitch.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch.
He was even close to
Fucking
swinging right
God.
there. That was a stone cold take.
What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be covering everything new in the Fall Guys Season 2 update, including the new battle pass, the new maps, the new skins,
And this
and
is swung
much
on
more
and
in this
missed his
video.
fifth
So,
strikeout
without
already,
further
and
ado,
there are two
let's
gone
get
in the
into
inning.
it.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best two-strike approach
It
either.
actually turns out that Fall Guys
And that'll bring in Yandy
no
Diaz.
one could log in
That's a
while on
sinker to
PS4
him, finds the
everyone
zone
could
for
log
strike
in,
one.
which the Fall Guys
Attempt to
tried
put
to
the
convert
ball
by
in
taking
play for a change here with the first two guys going down on strikes to start the inning.
And was being played on PS4, but the bug
Now
has
the
since been fixed. The first thing you see when you load up the
Strike two, swinging, just out in front of the slider.
Hey, with 2 outs in the number 2 hole, you're just trying to get on. You got the big
boys
boys coming up behind you.
that we have a new background, and now it's
Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. Bottom of inning number 3, nothing our score.
Change your Fall Guys banner and your Fall Guys
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here.
We'll go more in depth on that later. There's also a coming food box with a featured item
Again,
for
1-2.
now, which is kind of ominous, you know, kind of building hype. And probably my most favorite addition for Season 2 is now you can randomize your costume, which will probably be really dumb looking most of the time. But after a few tries, you may find
And he lays off a pitch outside as they
let's
draw
go over the
even
battle
at
pass
2 and 2.
Everything in it. In the new battle pass, you can unlock 21 crowns in total, and as you progress through the battle pass,
Sent
the
in
more
the
crowns
air
you
out to
get.
straightaway
And at tier
central.
31
There to pull it in
and
is
tier 36,
Bradley. He
you get
does,
5
and that'll
crowns.
end the inning.
That's a lot
Rays
of
go in
crowns.
order,
In
1,
the
2,
battle pass,
3.
there are a total of
We'll head to the 4th, still
7 body
scoreless.
patterns, 2 face paints, 2 titles, 2 banner designs, 7 colors, 2 emotes, 15 kudos, and 1 victory
Left-handed hitting
celebration.
Andrew Benintendi
And on
stands
top of
in.
the battle
This
pass,
game
there
is
was also a
rolling
new
right
DLC
along
that
as
was
we
added
move
called
into the
Dragon
middle
Hugger.
innings.
That
With
comes
no
with
score,
really,
you'd think
really
by now
cool
one of
skins.
these two teams
Next,
would be
let's
able
go
to
over
get
all
some
the new maps
base
that were
drives
added
on and get them in, but that
With the new
hasn't been the
update, they
case.
added a total of 4 new
Here's the
maps.
first pitch to
Fall
him.
Guys, Night Fever,
Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game
Fall
for
Guys
you.
is
Are you
an
happy with
original
that,
mode
Dan?
where the players
Yeah,
can stack
you
up
know,
blocks
Matt, we
with
have
over
so many of
4
these
walls
games
that
that are
progressively
12
get taller
to
as you
10
get closer
and
to the
9 to
finish
8.
line.
It's nice
Night
to
Fever
see
is a new
a
race mode that
low-scoring
is
pitcher's
themed
duel
for
for
the new
once.
obstacle known as Big
1-1.
Egg Siege is a new version of Egg Scramble with new medieval map and castles. And finally, Hoopsie Legends is a new medieval version of Hoopsie Daisy. With grabbable and
on that
movable
swing,
range,
and now
players
they'll
will
try to
slide
shorten
around
up
through
maybe and
circles.
protect the plate.
But this time, there are no teams. And to qualify, you need to go through 6 hoops, or a golden hoop will count for 5, and then 1 white. Sadly though, these are the only maps that were really added to Fall Guys, but maybe they will add more maps in a mid-season update. There are a lot of new maps in Fall Guys Season 2, but there are also a lot of maps that were changed. Mostly colors and slight changes on different maps, such as Slime Climb or Whirly Gig. But the biggest change that I want to show you guys is the new Hexagon. This looks
A swing, and this one is blasted to right field. Nothing's gonna stop it. And gone. An absolute
in my
bomb.
opinion, I really don't like this chip.
Just hit home run.
Andrew Benintendi leaves the yard with a solo shot. Number 21 for him on the season. As the Red Sox get the game's first run, it's 1-0.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, it's not the end of the world.
Here's J.D. Martinez. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And now pitch on the way.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there, just out of the strike zone. But listen, when you're a 300 hitter, you don't chase a lot of those so-called pitchers' pitches. This guy knows the strike zone.
Fly ball out toward left center field. O'Grady arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first down.
The back, number 2, short
And that brings in Xander Bogaerts. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
O'Grady will drift over to his right a few steps as he takes it for the second out.
The first baseman, number 23, Michael
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and Michael Chavis will step in at the plate. Outfield shaded a bit to left center, the first pitch.
0-1, no strike.
The 1-0 home. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Hey, nice job of bouncing back after the leadoff homer. 2 quick outs after the bomb, and he's got a chance to get out of this.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Good job to lay off that 1-2 breaking ball. Put himself right back in this at bat.
Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Ground ball left side. Adama scoops it up. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. The Red Sox are on the board thanks to the solo home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Now 1-0 Boston. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And striding forward the designated hitter, Jose Martinez. Here comes the first pitch. Line towards center field. And that's in for a base hit, his second in as many trips to the plate. So it's a good start to the inning for the Rays as their leadoff hitter is aboard. Hunter Renfroe, and it's grounded just foul down the line. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. A runner at first with no outs here. He held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes. 1 out here in the Tampa Bay 4th. And up next will be Willie Adames. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
No runs, 3 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. And a high strike there. It's 1-1. Hit on the ground to short. There's one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Nothing doing for Tampa. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Rafael Devers, the next to bat. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at bat.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the result sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
A ball and a strike now. Now the 1-1 pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. The 1-2. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul. So a missed opportunity there. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
The great equalizer, the changeup. That was a really good job of getting him to offer that one out of the zone, and it was all set up by the fact that he got ahead in the count and forced the hitter to have to protect. That's the name of the game.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. A ball and a strike. Up high, 2-1 now. Pitch on the way. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now, 3-2. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Long run for the left fielder, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
Now back, the catcher,
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and from the on-deck circle into the batter's box comes Christian Vasquez. First pitch of the at-bat. Now here's a swing and a high pop-up, drifting into shallow right field. Into a slide, and he makes a great catch to retire the side. Maybe a rug burner, too, after that one as we get another look at it here. We're back with more on this Saturday night after this.
Fuck.
Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, Rays manager Kevin Cash talked to me in between innings about his lineup's offensive production.
God, he's at net 14?
The lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats
the
right
fuck?
now. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching
now
to throw
14.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
The first baseman, D-Man George.
First pitch on its way. That's lifted the other way out to left. Giving chase is Benintendi. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Number 31.
Up next for the Rays, Brian O'Grady, 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Now the pitch. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. A ball and a strike. The 1-1 pitch is a sinker taken for a strike, 1 and 2. good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for route number 2.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? What's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. Nope. Ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Far. Fly ball right down the line in left. Long run for the left fielder, and they can't run it down. Arrieta gets the sign. 1-1 pitch on its way. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Hey, this guy's been slumping at the plate. Saw his average fall below 240 prior to this at bat. That knock had to feel good.
Stepping in, Michael Perez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. From the belt, kicks and deals. Now a ball lined to the left side. Foul. 2 out with the man at first. And they go away here. It's a called strike. 0-2. Hit out towards second. Up with the ball is Pedroia. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1 hit, 1 left. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. It's the Red Sox 1, the Rays 0. All set for the start of the inning, and in to hit next, it'll be the left-handed batter Jackie Bradley Jr. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Action in the Rays' pen now as they've got a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. And there's ball 1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Threw that fastball right by him. He had no chance to get the barrel of that one.
Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. The 3-2 pitch. And he fouls this one off. Fouled away.
Hey, if you're going to get a swing on a pitch that far in off the plate, pretty much options are wide open.
Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter's aboard to start the 6th.
And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Show some great patience and discipline, making the pitcher labor to start the game. The result is a leadoff walk and a chance to make some early noise.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Kevin Pillar. 0 for 2 for him to this point. From the stretch. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
Now the 1-0.
Boy, not exactly what you'd like as a pitcher. One of the keys is to minimize your pitches, attack the strike zone early, a lot of deep counts, and working himself into a lot of trouble. Two and 1 now to the Boston leadoff hitter. Hit on the ground out to short. One there. On to first, and they get the double play. Nice job on the mound to bounce back from the leadoff walk. Those are usually pretty costly, but that won't be the case this time after the 2-ball.
Andrew Benintendi will stride in again, and you can bet he'd love to do again what he did back in the 4th. A solo home run here that's been the only long ball of the game so far. First delivery to him on the way. To second. Reined in. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Pretty painless half of the inning, all told. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. The Red Sox on top, 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Joey Wendell.
Second baseman, Joey Wendell.
Here comes the first pitch. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. The 1-0 home.
A couple of strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat, trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Now the 2-0 home is looked at for the first strike.
Gutsy pitch right there. 2-0 changeup for a strike. Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
Here's Bogarts, the young shortstop. Fielded cleanly, and there's one down now.
Now batting, third baseman, Yandy Diaz.
Digging in to try it again, Yandy Diaz. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Now here it comes.
Ball 1, no strike. Ball 2.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
Hit out towards second, and that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit.
Dan, I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what it looks like right there. That long dart felt so good.
Oh, D'Lo, this guy's been due. He really needed that one.
In now, Jose Martinez, as he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. 0-1 pitch on its way. Grounded to third. This could be 2. Devers fields it cleanly. On to first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. On to the back third tonight. Stick around on the show. Diego Castillo is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 63, Diego Castillo.
7th inning ready to roll, and into bat next, one of the best run producers in the land, J.D. Martinez. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
0-1.
Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. In there, 2-1. Now the pitch. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
You never want to take the aggression away from a ball player, but in this situation, I'd like to see the leadoff guy try and work the count a little bit more, especially when this pitcher's missing like he is.
3 balls and 2 strikes to the DH for the Red Sox. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. And this is swung on and missed, and the American League's leading hitter is gone on strikes, 1 away.
Nice job there taking care of the leadoff hitter via the strikeout. I'll tell you, in a 1-run game, especially this late, getting that first guy in the inning is so important. It changes the whole complexion of the inning, so that was a big out.
Stepping in now, Xander Bogaerts. Lifted in the air to center. On the move is Kiermaier. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning.
The first baseman, number 23, Michael Chavis.
Settling in now, Michael Chavis. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. First pitch coming. Here it is. In there, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
2 out, nobody on. In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They lead it 1-0. Last half of the 7th here, and that'll bring up outfielder Hunter Renfroe.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0.
Wanted to get the front door curveball on the inside corner there, but it backed up a little and stayed off the corner.
Now here it comes. Now a check swing here, but the home plate umpire says he went around and no argument, and it's 1-1. 1-2 now.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
The 1-2. Catches the corner, got him looking. So he's still got his shutout working here in the 7th, and with that in mind, we check out the league leaders in shutouts. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. One out now in the Tampa Bay 7th, and up next will be Willie Adames. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lofted in the air out toward right center. On the move is Pilar. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the first baseman, G-Man George.
Ready for another shot now. G-Man Choi. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here's the first pitch to him. Arrieta into the windup. 0-1 on its way. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. To first, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Rays. They're down 1-0. Chaz Rowe has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 52, Chaz.
New inning set to get underway, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Rafael Devers. He's is ready. Here's the first offering.
1-0.
Going to find the seats. Strike one.
Alright, 2 hits. I'm winning the game. That's my pitching. JKO is a fucking beast.
Waves and misses for strike number 2.
He got a mistake right there, but missed it. Can't foul that pitch off in a big spot. 0-2 count. Hader caught too much of the zone.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away.
What are you doing, Axos?
Pitch on the way. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. The 2-2 one more time.
Oh.
And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. And he'll get to see another one. It'll be the 10th pitch of this at-bat. Another full count pitch home. Count remains full.
You can visibly see the body language of this guy on the mound has completely changed during this at-bat. 6 foul balls has to be completely frustrating him that he can't put him away.
A swing and a miss on the ball way out of the zone, and there's 1 away.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff man on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a 1-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
So now to the plate, Dustin Pedroia. As he'll lay off a slider too low, ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Here's the 1-0.
I don't mind him trying to pitch him backwards right there with those 2 early count sliders, but now he finds himself in a situation where he's going to have to come fastball.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike. The count.
The pitch. Line towards center field. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
The batter, the catcher, Christian Vasquez.
At the plate, Christian Vasquez. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. Rowe, 33 years old. He was a first-round pick back in 2005.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Renfroe is there, 2 down.
The batter, the center fielder, Captain Bradley.
Stepping up now, Jackie Bradley Jr. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And that gets the black on the outside. A good slider that time. A runner on first with 2 away. Behind 0-2 now. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And he watches a called third strike on the cut fastball that time, and that will retire the side. 1 left for the Red Sox, but they're on top 1-0. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and standing in the outfielder, Brian O'Grady.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
In there at the knees, strike 1.
Hey, it's always key getting early strikes in a count. This guy's been awesome at it so far. More than 70% of his first pitches have been in the strike zone.
And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on. And if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Not in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. The throw down to first, 1 away. So you've got to figure he's got a good chance here to finish this one off. And with that in mind, we take a look at the league leaders in complete games. And as you can see, he's right up there, 4th in the AL in that category. Now at the plate, Kevin Kiermaier, 1 for 2. He grounded out first time up and followed that with a base hit. Pitch on the way. On the ground, softly towards second. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Into the box now, Michael Perez. No hits to this point. Arrieta's got his target. First pitch on the way. In there, no balls and a strike.
Well, he's done a real nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked a guy up with it.
Strike 2.
Man, this dude is locked in on the mound. He's throwing each pitch with confidence.
And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
The 1-2.
Man, this at-bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
Hit in the air to left. Benintendi in pursuit. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Rays go in order, 1-2-3. It remains 1-0. Colin Poche enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. All set to start the 9th in this one, and standing in is the veteran outfielder Kevin Pillar. first offering on its way. Heading out towards shallow right. Renfro is there. One quick out to start inning number 9. Ready now, Andrew Benintendi. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch coming. Here it is. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. 2 balls and no strikes now to the Red Sox left fielder. Now the 2-0 home. Little roller toward the hole. He's got it. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes, and he just got it off the end of the bat. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
Now the Red Sox DH, J.D. Martinez. He went down on strikes last time up. Here comes the first pitch. And a fastball's off the plate away. It's ball 1. The 1-0. It's a fastball down below the knees.
So dumb people. It's not a crybaby. You don't even know what a crybaby is.
This is hit high and deep out to left. O'Grady retreats to the track, and he'll put this one away. So a sigh of relief as the side is retired. Down in order go the Red Sox, but they lead it 1-0. Joey Wendell digs in now, and then what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. First pitch is a sinker, too low, 1-0. That evens it up, 1-1. Now the pitch. Line drive to left. And it's a base hit. And just like that, the potential tying run is aboard here to start the home half of the 9th. So he waited till the 9th inning, but he comes through here to extend the hit streak. That was close.
Yeah, Matty B, you see that wry smile of him coming out of the box right there. He knew what was on the line. He'd be lying if he didn't.
There's a lot of pressure on him because you're walking into that batter's box thinking, I have a nice streak going, and this is more than likely going to be my last AB. He comes through in the clutch.
My guy's winning. My guy's winning. They're 14. They're 8 in day 1. Freaking Patrick.
He's set. Here it comes. Liner towards second, but this is hauled in by the second baseman.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the designated hitter,
Next will be the designated hitter, Jose Martinez. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Here's a look, now the pitch. Liner toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Now a long throw to third. And he is in there at third as the possible tying run. As we take a look at his numbers, a couple of things jump out at you.
Definitely, Matt. He's been throwing it by guys the entire game, but that leads to some high pitch counts, and that's the case here. After that hit, you have to wonder if he's starting to get a little bit fatigued.
Yeah, and in today's game, everyone seems to want to err on the side of caution in terms of pitch counts. So striding in, Hunter Renfroe. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind him, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
Here comes the Red Sox manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound, and a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So as he departs, his fate is still up in the air. He could stand to win it. He could get a no decision. He could even be on the hook for the loss if both runners come around to score. Brandon Workman comes on here looking to get the final 2 outs and earn the save. Indication from the dugout of an intentional pass, and that will load the bases here and set up the force at the plate. Digging in, Willie Adames. Lifetime against this particular arm. He's 0 for 7. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Played off the bender there, but it's in for a called strike. They're facing right-handed pitching so far this season. Adames is hitting just over the benchmark 300 plateau. Source of pride for him, I'm sure.
You want to talk about having a career season, Matty. This guy's batting average is through the roof, one of the best in the business. And maybe more importantly, his OPS is through the roof as well, which means he's doing it with damage.
He does good. He's in the top 5. 10.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Workman has tossed more than 60 innings on the year, and during that time he's worked to a sub-1 whip, less than 1 base runner allowed per inning. Swing and a liner. And he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. Rays win. Rays win. Rays win. And they do it in walk-off style.
1-0. 1-0.
What inning?
Yeah, when he stepped into the box, he was thinking about shortening his swing, finding a way to make contact and score that tying run. But he does even better than that.
Yeah, I know that was risky, but he gets a lucky-ass single. And if I certain chance to walk the last batter. You know, because the guy got lucky. A 1-2, I messed up on a meter. And he gets a lucky single.
Not a lot of runs put on the board in this one, but here's a guy that found a way to make a difference. He's the tops player of the game.
Yeah, he
got 0-7 against Brandon Workman get his first hit. What the fuck?
Big hits. He was a key contributor to the outcome of this one.
Nobody's gonna do anything because stupid Tampa Bay Stadium. Ball doesn't fucking carry.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Rays, 2 runs on 8 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Red Sox, 1 run.
I knew I should have took him out, but I trust him to get out. Trust him to get a double play in the game.
2 hours and 44 minutes. Tonight,
I always get a bonus save, though. So many count bonus save. He didn't leave bonus save. Now, after this,